Hey, Steve Grogan here, founder of Geek Wing Chun. Today's video we're going to review Wing Chun Unchained by Tony Massengill. If you've never been here before, usually we have videos that feature training tips and ideas if you want to get better at Wing Chun but can't make it to class much. So if you'd rather see that kind of footage, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. But every now and then I like to review books and instructional videos because I feel the more knowledge you have, the more examples you can pull from, the better of a personal Wing Chun training routine you can come up with. So Tony Massengill is Sifu to Jason Coral from Greenville Academy of Martial Arts, who I met, trained with for a week in September of 2021. So I know he's a legit guy. So basically I'm just going to do my usual overview of my notes here. He divides physical skills into 5 categories: form, footwork, offensive tool development, training drills, and application. He talks about other style, like he says boxing combinations could actually be considered forms, or even the moves that comprise the skill of drawing a handgun. One interesting quote I thought he had here was, "Sharpening the axe isn't the same as using the axe." So in other words, do nothing but drills. It's not the same as using it, you know, in real combat or what have you. Let's see, he talked about Dan Inosanto, The Art and Philosophy of Bruce Lee. In that book, he said, Inosanto said Wing Chun was the nucleus of JKD. Interesting thing, he says punches are more suitable for striking the body, which just confirms what I've always said, which is like during the dummy form, it's interesting that we palm strike and chop to the head. Only punches are only to the body in the dummy form. And in fact, the next quote, "In examining the dummy form, you'll find that punches are not directed toward the area which would represent the face." And so again, that confirms what I was talking about there. Oh, I should backtrack a little before I tell you the next part, which is Wing Chun Unchained. What he meant by that name was to not stick to rigid interpretations of what people think Wing Chun is. Like a Wing Chun, you can't kick to the head, or you wouldn't do a spinning back fist, or this or that or the other. You would defend the hands with the hands and the feet with the feet. Well, check this out. Sometimes you may be forced to defend a kick with hands. Use the principle, stop the attack as close to the point of origin as possible. What he means by that is focus your defensive efforts to the kicker's hip area. He mentions a book called Cybernetics by Dr. Maltz, whose first name I forget, who talked about the four stages of learning: unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. I'm not going to go through what all those mean, so on and so forth. And then he has some philosophies about street life. He shares, like, in a street fight, it's the attacker's burden to close the gap. The only time it's yours is in sparring or competition. And here, going back to the Wing Chun Unchained, the meaning of that title, a spinning elbow does not violate Wing Chun principles if it's the shortest distance between 2 points. So in other words, if to punch someone over here, like I'd have to go all the way, go to the trouble all the way to wind over here and then punch, but elbowing him would be like that, then it's not violating principle. Of course, you know, people always talk about Bruce Lee abandoned Wing Chun and thought it was useless and yada yada yada. He says, you know what, watch the footwork in Wang Shunlung's Science of Infighting video. Bruce had a similar approach, and he was primarily trained by Wang Shunlung, who had also trained in Western boxing before Wing Chun. And he espouses the idea that Wang Shunlung did not add Western boxing to footwork to Wing Chun. It's already there if you know where to look. He talked about something interesting, which is the 60% front weight, 40% on the back weight distribution, which I encountered in gentleman named Dominic Campana's JKD class. Then he talks about a training ratio of 40% forms, 30% application, 30% CHISO. And just basically this book is full of excellent stuff, breaking free of chains of the past of Wing Chun and, you know, basically modernizing it. You know, other martial arts have modernized, so I don't see why it would be such a crime if Wing Chun did. There are certain things that happen today that didn't happen back then, or certain ways that we might get attacked today that people, because maybe, I don't know, they had a greater sense of honor or something back then, they just didn't do, you know. So it's definitely worth getting, and I can't recommend highly enough. If you want to get it, there's a link in the description box. That is an affiliate link, and I get a commission, but that's at no extra cost to you. Okay, so that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button and the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next video.